Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Music Village. And the fact that we were able to do a show this week, I got a feeling it's a little magical. Because for those who didn't know, with the storm passing through, the flickering of power that happened on Wednesday and Thursday, I didn't think this show was going to be possible, but the maestro said, you gotta wear the wizard cap and believe in the magic of this show. And lo and behold, we're able to do it today thanks to the power of magic. I don't know why in the world there's a couple of stars flying over my head. Oh, because of the maestro. Right. Well, thank you for the little special effects, maestro, but I'll take it from here because speaking of magic, folks, I think it's time for us to go into another edition of the Music Village Update. And for those who don't know, we're in the 8th month of this long, and I do mean long year we're in thus far, which means we're in August. We're nearing the end of the summer. And an annual tradition for the end of the summer on this show, we like to do something we like to call the Summer of RPG. And no, it's not rocket-powered grenades, it's more or less role-playing games. Yes, that's right, folks, games that'll take you more or less 40 to 60 to almost 100 hours for you to beat. We're giving a special honor for during this month to end off the summer. And that's a matter of fact, and thank you for reminding me, Maestro, for this Summer of RPG for the rest of this month, every single video game story we got up on the plate is going to be a game of RPG variety. Whether it be an MMO or one of those mobile type RPG games, any sort of game that has some form of adventure in it, we will be mentioning for the video game stories for this month. And alongside with that, folks, next week, we will be answering your questions at home for another edition of the Ask the DJ, or the Music Village mailbag, which we usually call it, outside of the whole Ask the DJ thing that we haven't called since, 2016? Yeah, it's been a while. But besides that, folks, along with that, we will be reviewing in another 2 weeks the match card for the biggest party of the summer and one of the big 4 pay-per-views to wrap up the summer, known as SummerSlam, along with a possibility, and a high possibility at that, of a match card review for TakeOver 30 that will be happening in that same weekend. Now, me and the maestro, for that one, folks, for a TakeOver 30, we've been talking back and forth wondering when we will be able to review that pay-per-view, and I got a feeling it's either going to be on that following Under the Radar or the Tuesday night special as an extra little bonus for you fans out there. And speaking of Under the Radar and the Tuesday night special, next week, folks, we will be celebrating well over 270 episodes of Under the Radar. And to celebrate it, not only we will have another Movie Madness matinee featuring another indie horror movie, but there's a high possibility that we will have another grand edition of Cue the Horns, Maestro! DJ Smokey's Great Moments in Wrestling History! Oh yeah, I'm pointing at that sign the maestro kept up since April, and for some strange reason the lights are still on it. How come I haven't noticed that? Well, besides all that, folks, in just another 2 weeks from this upcoming Tuesday, we will be celebrating the 3:10 in the morning edition of the Tuesday night special, where we will have something wrestling based on it as well. But will it be a great moment in wrestling history? We know not. And along with all of that, folks, for this month, we will have 2 episodes, once again, of the Indie Radio Arcade, along with a somewhere in there in this giant oversized adventure sandwich we're cooking for you. We'll have another episode of a work in progress, along with some other cool things that we will be doing on Twitch. that we need to advertise more often, or we do it just for fun, so we mention it sparingly. Which, once again, we need to start mentioning a lot more often. And I guess with everybody in the nim of all of the cool things we got planned for this summer of RPG for this year, I'd recommend all of you at home put on your wizard caps, get your best wizard outfit on, and prepare to go on a magical adventure like no other as we guide you safely through the summer without running into witches, dragons, rodents of unusual sizes, bone demon soldiers, or even living armor that may take you out at a moment's notice. And yes, Maestro, I'm bringing that up because you got taken down by one last year, so I'm doing everything in my wizard power to prevent that from happening. And I guess with that said, we might as well head back into the music, and when we return, we'll be back with more Music Village that you can shake one of these plastic wizard wands at right after this. So don't go anywhere just yet, folks, and stay tuned.